What's up, guys? It's the producer with no will to live, but a will to write music, Argeria here. And today I'm going to be going through a brief little tutorial for those of you who are afraid to try the pattern sequencer, but hopefully I can change your mind. What I'm going to be showing you is how to record an offbeat style pattern like you would normally hear by producers who use the resample function. And this works a little bit better because if you look closely, you can see my stereo button beside my lo-fi is on. And the SP does not allow more than 4 channels of audio, left and right, to be played at once, which means you only have 2 sounds in stereo to play or 4 sounds in mono. This is a great way around it, and you can record 120 stereo samples at once with this technique. What we have here is we have one of my unreleased sets, which is going to be made into full song form soon. Down here we just have our basic drum sounds. And up here we have our synth sample. So, with that kind of like oozy synth sample, we'd ideally be doing something like this. So, something like that. I already have a pattern made of the same sample but used in a different way, which is also unreleased but will be soon. What we're going to do is record a new pattern, and you can hear it already start to tick. And now's the time where you really got to listen if you're afraid to use the sequencer, because this might help you. Quantize. You want to make sure that you got the Control 3 knob turned all the way to the left. This will not quantize your beat, and it will make sure that all that offbeat swinginess is still there. Now keep in mind, if you want that quantization, you'll have to re-record it in, and there are several different ways to do that, which I will also talk about. Length, this is how many bars, so every 4 beats, that is one of these. I think for this we're just going to set it at 2. Okay, now the tempo is not where we want it, so let's see if we can do this. Okay, put it in rehearsal mode. Okay, so that sounds about the right tempo. Get out of there. Now wait for the 2. Okay, so there you go. You hit the pattern select button so that it's off. You go find your intro sample. You hit it, and then the other pads you want to be affected. So since we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 pads, we're going to hold down remain, and you can see this one's fully lit and staying lit, like that. Do that for 9, 10, and 11, or wherever your drums or whatever you want else to have the effect on. And this works great in DJ sets, because then you can just hit another clip and hold it, and then still have the effects, so you won't have to turn it on and off, and you can change them, and they will stick for all the pads you've got set on the remain dialog. So, now let's listen to what we can do with it. Before I forget, I will now teach you how to delete sounds or delete a sequence. What you do is you hit record on your pattern that you want to modify, hit record again, and then whatever sound you don't want to be there, you hold down the delete button and hit hold hit and hold the pad that you want to delete the arrangement for, and as long as you've got it held throughout the entire sequence, it will completely remove all the arrangement. That is the one downside as well. You can't just delete by pressing and deleting. I hope you guys learned a few things out of this video. I'm going to try making more tutorial videos in the future, but I had to make this one because I found out the method not too long ago, and it allowed me to make some of my songs. So if you find any helpful insight out of this tutorial, please consider liking and commenting, as it furthers my ability to be in more people's recommended for you feeds, which I want to do. I want people to be able to say they did or didn't learn from me, so I can gather the right critique on whether or not to keep going. But I do hope I can keep going. I've been making videos for 8 years, and sorry for the gigantic sentimental statement. So hope you guys learned a few things. Argeria here, a man with no plan. Peace.